Hi and welcome back to South African Homesteader. My name is Haria and today is the 19th of October and I am going to be doing a video on what's been happening in the garden. It's going to be taken, I've got some footage that I took 2 days ago and some footage that I'll be taking today. So I hope you're going to be enjoying this video and we'll see how the garden does this year. I'm quite excited to see. Planted a lot of things, but we don't know what is going to be surviving and what is not. So join us and let's get into this video. So these are the beds where we have planted all the watermelons, sweet melons, squashes, pumpkins, butternuts, and those things. So these are the watermelon seedlings that have come up. I have just basically popped in some seeds and we have made 2 beds of watermelon. So what my husband is doing is we're just popping in some seed where we have some gaps, because we have had most of them come up, but the problem is that we have birds that come at night and they dig up the seeds. So we're just filling in where there is no plant that has come up. And here we have some marigolds which have self-seeded in this row with plenty of tomato seedlings which have also come up. And I have some zinnias which has also just come up, and sunflowers. But this is actually the onion bed. This is actually my onions which I've started from seed, and everything this year has been started from seed because the garden is just too big to buy seedlings. So then we have those 2 beds of watermelon. This one we have onions and half of it we have watermelon as well. The watermelon that I planted there is called the Moon and Stars, which I bought from Living Seeds. So these are the watermelon seeds that I bought from Living Seeds. They are the Moon and Stars. So they have these speckles, and I see their leaves also have these speckles on them, as same as the watermelon. The picture of the watermelon is so beautiful. And then this is my gem squash here with some sunflowers and some zinnias which have self-seeded, some tomato plants. I'm leaving all my self-seeded tomato plants. And this is my sweet melons. Where is it now? And these are the sweet melon seedlings. I popped in 2 in a hole, and so we have 2 coming up. I'm gonna have to either take one out and transplant it, or I'm gonna have to just cull the one. Then those were the gem squash. I don't know if I showed the gem squash, don't remember, but these are the gem squash, and all of these down here are gem squash. Then we come here, and these are some pumpkins. Oh, and most of them have come up. And these are 2 different types of pumpkins. The one is the blue queen or something, I don't know what it's called, and the other one is the white wood pumpkin or something. So these also have come up, and they are looking very nice and healthy. In here, these butternut seeds are all saved seeds, and these I started in salt trays. I didn't pop this in actually, this is just from the water. But these are the butternuts, and then also again self-seeded tomato plants. Here we popped in some tomato plants. We have just transplanted them. They're a bit small and they're suffering from some transplant shock, but they will survive. I'm hoping that they will survive. So this is tomatoes down here, and then this here is corn. This here is corn. Now this side, we have sort of cleaned up. This side of the farm has been cleaned up. This side is still a bit messy. But here we also have corn down this row. We have corn. We've started cleaning up this. We were not going to clean this up, but it was a complete disaster. So this bed we have cleaned up yesterday. And in here, we are going to be cleaning up today, this bed. Here we have a bed with potatoes. And the potatoes have come up beautifully. These are all the potatoes. This is a pathway which is also started cleaning. But there's so many poppies down here and it looks so beautiful. These poppies, they just come up naturally here. I never planted these. I have planted some poppies in my flower garden, but these, they just come up naturally here. And in this bed here is my peas. This bed is, I need to come and harvest some peas. These are sugar snap peas. And all of these were started from seeds that we saved and just popped into the ground, this whole bed. I'm leaving this tree that has come up. I've still got some potatoes that's coming up here, and this potatoes is, they've just come up. Because last year this bed had potatoes in them. These two trees, here's one here and there's one there. I'm gonna see if it grows larger, if I can just maybe trim the bottoms because it gets pretty hot here in summer, so that we can have some sort of shade here. This bed here, I planted some tomatoes, some tomato seeds, and they've come up. I pretty much just, no, they're doing okay. They're doing okay. So these tomatoes are basically for customers that come and want to buy tomatoes. We'll use these tomatoes. I have a tomato garden over there. That whole garden has got heirloom tomatoes, which we'll go and show you. Actually, I did a video 2 days ago, so I will insert that. I'm hoping that my tomato plants are doing really well. So that's my Dagmas Perfection, and I have a few down there. These are the Dark Galaxy, and this is what it looks like. And then I have some Cherokee Purple here, all these here. And we've put these in here so that we can put, I know we're gonna do the line with, as the tomato plants grow, we want to twist it around here. But all these beds have 2 varieties of tomatoes in them. All these beds. This one's got copia and the Cherokee Purple, some carrots. This one's got the Blue Beauty. These are the Blue Beauties. And Tigerella. Some weeds here, but Black Icicle. And Costelluta Genovese. All these. And then some red onions I have here. And then some clear pink. These are the two determinate varieties that I have. All the others are indeterminate. And the banana leaves. And then when you go to this side here, my cucumber plants. These are my sweet crunch cucumbers, and these are the Japanese long cucumbers. And then I have 2 loofah plants. Okay, they're growing a bit slow, but I'm sure that when they take off, see, that's the one, and there's a sunflower hiding the other one here. have some more cucumbers. These are the Armenian cucumbers. These are Armenian. And on this side I have some Boston pickling cucumbers. I have some volunteer potatoes coming out. And then I have some Ashley cucumbers over here. I have a whole bed on the other side with Ashley cucumbers because I had lots of seed. These are the Ashleys. These. And then of course I have some Roma tomatoes in here and some oxard. So these are the oxard and that's the Romas. This bed has just got that. These are all my cherry tomatoes. This is the yellow pear cherry. And then some more potatoes just coming up. Lots of weeds in between. But these are sitting some fruit, I see. Also cherry tomatoes. And then here we have also some red cherry here. And then weeds. And then I have a saved seed tomato plant doing extremely well. And I have some scatoloni. These are these. And these, I'm leaving all my volunteers. I want to see what's going to happen to this garden if I just leave the volunteers. In here I have also some scatoloni. And I have some, oh my word, I have some pineapple beefsteak. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Some pineapple beefsteak tomatoes. So there's a lot of tomatoes. These are 2 beds that we are going to be sorting out. This is basically the tomatoes, the salad garden. These are old pepper plants that I have trimmed down. Also I have various pepper plants scattered. Oh, and here some lettuce, obviously some lettuce. And then we have these guavas. And remember, this is now October. So these guavas are all starting to ripen. But look at the size. This is a small one. And then look at these large ones. My mango tree that gave me some fruit. Look at the strawberries lying here. Yesterday they did a big harvest. I've made lots of strawberry jam. And I'm going to probably be making more. I'm going to be freezing some also. This is my little mango tree that was stunted because I allowed the fruit to grow last year, so it stunted the growth. But now I see it's setting new leaves, and hopefully we'll see some growth this year. The same thing is happening to this avocado. I see this avocado pear tree is wanting to set fruit. I think Cookie ate it off. But I'm glad because I was actually going to take it off. But there's some new leaves being set here because we can't allow it to fruit. It will just. But basically, this is the overview of the farm right now. Mid-October 2022. And these are my Ashley cucumbers. I have many heirloom cucumbers that I've planted also on that side, including loofah. And I have done a video on that 2 days ago, which I'll pop in. These cucumbers are cucumbers that, you know, if some of the customers that come to the farm want to buy cucumbers, they can buy from these. Half of this bed now, there used to be cauliflower. It is so dirty. These cauliflowers are going to get pulled out, and we're going to clean up here and plant some other things. Today is the 19th of October, so it is very late to plant some things, but it's okay. These are the beetroots, which I've also shown. These are so humongous. They are big. We basically use these just for our kitchen. My husband loves the beetroot just cooked up, and this this is the cabbages down here. And then of course this is our turnips. We actually grow these turnips just for the leaves, because a lot of our customers, they come here and they buy just packets of turnip leaves. So we're not growing it for the actual root. If we need it, we will pull some for the kitchen, but this is for the leaves for our customers, and they're already setting seed, some of them. So this side here, we're busy cleaning up. This side is nice and neat. We're going to neaten up this side. And then I will insert a video of our previous, I will insert some clips of the video that I did 2 days ago that will show this garden. And that garden over there. So this is just an overview for myself. Today is the 16th, I think, of 16th of October, and this is what it looks. I've been outside since very early this morning because Bookie and Daisy escaped, and they've been eating all my corn. This is my sweet corn. I wouldn't have minded if it was just other corn. Look here, she's eaten all these. Look how she's eaten them. It will grow out again, but it's just sad. This is the overview. So we have some grapes that have set leaves, and everything is still very small, but at least these things planted. I have also planted some sunflowers to create some pathways. So here's the sunflowers. So then there will be sunflowers there and here. I've got some sunflowers on the side of the arch, so that when you look out, then you will see the sunflowers growing against the arch. This is also a grapevine. Bookie's eaten most of these leaves. We need to secure Bookie better. And in this, I never can remember. She also ate my hibiscus this morning that had 2 flowers on it, 2 red flowers. She ate this hibiscus. She's very naughty. And these are all the fruit sets on my orange. And then this will be flowers. This is some foxgloves there, and then that is some delphiniums over there with some, also I think I've got some cornflowers in here, and I have some zinnias, marigolds, my rosemary bush. And then this is really struggling. These are my sweet peas, and these were started in cells. These I'm probably stepping on plants. This is some rainbow spinach that I just popped in here. And then I also have some dark opal basil that I popped in here. Cosmos. In here we popped some tubers. I think it's some rain lilies and some gladiolas. These are my I started these from seed. These are my dahlias. I planted a lily in here. It's called can't remember, but that is just a tuber. And in these also, once again, some sunflowers to help create a path so that we walk through there into here. On this side we have planted a lot of flowers. So yeah, I just scattered a lot of zinnias here. Lots and lots of zinnias I scattered here. You can see them all. You can see them all coming up. Once again, all my blossoms of my orange tree. We transplanted a pup of the banana tree, the olive tree, all the zinnias coming up here. And in here, I know it looks dry. We had a little bit of drizzle on Saturday, and we don't water on over weekends. But yeah, this is the olive tree, and look at this. It's the first time I see it actually. This isn't meant to be a garden tour. This is just because I went back to see what the garden looked like, what we planted. I was all worried that the garden wasn't going to be ready in time for December and January. And then I went back, and last year this time we actually had very little planted. And this is a naartjie tree. Actually, the one is a lemon and the one is a naartjie, so I don't know which one is which. But this is infested with snails, so let's just take off the snails. And they're damaging my leaves, man. These are chrysanthemums that I planted. I started from seed. These are some leeks that I planted last year. It's just taking off now. Some celery. This is what it looks like here. This is the apple tree. Some strawberries that I transplanted out from over there. Yeah, we'll see what comes up. Oh yeah, also I transplanted some gazanias actually here. So they're going through some transplant shock, but they will come back. And some canna lilies I planted out. There's a fig tree there. This is what it looks like over here. I am stepping over my little seedlings. I planted echinacea in that bed, and cosmos and various things. So these are the strawberries. Once again, today is, I think it's the 16th or the 17th of October, and garden is really freshly planted. Planted out some cucumbers in here, some Ashley cucumbers, and then we have a bed of peas. Here we planted some tomato seedlings, small ones. Some of it is bigger. I started these way after I started those. I mean, these are the peas. And that's potatoes over there. And then those are the two beds of volunteers that I didn't clean, nothing yet. I need to do something about that. Stepping over this tomato bed. In between here, I think we planted some beans. And this we only planted a few days ago. This is coming to that tomato garden that I showed earlier. I just want to show we've planted some sunflowers on the outskirts here. Just as a windbreak and something to see when you're looking at the garden from the house to the side. So these are all the sunflowers over here. I have plenty of seedlings sold in the greenhouse that I'm going to be planting out. That was the tent that we lived in before we moved into the house. These are the two tents. There's lots of weeds. These popping up all over. These are those yellow daisy, the wild daisies, the yellow wild daisies. Planted nasturtiums in here with my cucumbers, and I planted some marigolds with the tomatoes at the ends of each bed. Things are coming up and I am leaving it. I'll just pull out the weeds. But like I said before, it's very difficult to keep track of everything. There's some things that I didn't show. These are my zucchinis that I planted here. Started in salt trays. Oh, this is tomatillos that I planted also from seed. I should have three. Yeah, I have 3 plots. Here's the one. Here's the other one. And here's the other one. The zucchinis. Some baby marrows. This was a volunteer that my husband transplanted. I think it's a cherry tomato. As well as this one. This is the mulberry tree that I started from seed a year ago. And this one also. Yeah. Bookie came to eat a whole lot of this morning. Also, Bookie is so naughty. I planted various things in here. But they're still small. Some lettuces and some Chinese cabbage. But they'll come up. Some snapdragons, aloe, volunteer tomato. Yeah, these were also lettuce that I started from seed. It's the red lettuce. And I interplanted it with some butter lettuce and with some cosmos. And those are some garlic that needs to be harvested. Wilma, that's my ajarodra. That's my eastern porcelain. And then I have my elephant garlic there. These were garlic that I bought. Spinach. So I think we've gone through the whole garden. I mean, there's plenty of things on that side that I didn't show, like the blueberry bush and bushes. There's a few. I planted out 2 passion fruit, the yellow ones that I started from seed. 2 survived. I planted that out. So, and then in here I planted all my pepper plants. Also volunteer tomatoes coming up here. These are some pepper plants. They're very tiny. I know, I would struggle to get them to grow this year, but there's quite a few planted in here, and I'm not even going to show them because I'll show them when they're bigger. So that's the garden tour for you, which wasn't supposed to be a garden tour but ended up being. I've still got some seedlings that needs to go be planted out. I've got some coleus in here. I've got some chrysanthemums, some marigolds. I think I emptied this out, whatever didn't come up here. And then here I've got some aqualegias. They've come up. I have planted out some. And I've got some status. I've got some more dahlias. Most of the things are now planted out. These are just a few of the things. I've got some more dark opal basil, some snapdragons, more tomatoes. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm hoping to do some regular garden tours, maybe once every 2 weeks, just to show you how things are starting to grow and how the garden is starting to look. From me, Haria, at South African Homesteader. Until next time.